First, let's pay homage to the lineage gurus, homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming, homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong, homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and homage to Master Dugden Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar, and homage to the main deity of Homa today, Namo Gawang Hai King Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Simu to Siddhi Rinpoche, all the Dhamma masters, Dhamma educators, Dhamma teachers, Dhamma lecturers, Dhamma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, all disciples present here and over the internet, and our participating VRPs today is the council from Thailand City, Mr. Tsai Wangquan, the law advisor to Buddha Foundation, Mr. Lu Wenxiang, the former chief secretary of the Taiwan government, Mr. Zheng Peifu and Mrs. and the whole members of True Buddha School Scholars and Medical Group, and the general manager of Jingyi Enterprise, Ms. Zhang, and Sotheby's estate auctioneer, Mr. Gao, Miss Gao, oh, I have read it earlier. And a businessman from Melbourne, Australia, Mr. Peter, come. And from Norway, the neurologist, Mr. Huang. Wood sculptor, Mr. Jian. The rep to the council from Taipei City, Ms. Qi. And from the Yuantong Temple in Puli, the Venerable Si Jianjie. Mr. Zhu Jingsui and Mrs. The president of the Worldwide Lotus Light Charitable Society and the producers for the Great Perfection Dharma, Lamdre, and the Sutra of Perfect Enlightenment. The hosts, Master Lien Hai and Dharma Sister Peijing, and my sisters. And thank you to from Brunei, the Zihang Company, for their donation of 100,000 NT dollars, and to Yang Kejia from Australia for the donation 100,000 NT dollars, and Dharma Sister Luo Lin Baoyi for 100,000 NT dollars donation, and Dharma Brother Xiao Zijie for 200,000 NT dollars. And also the members or the participants of the True Buddha School Youth Camp, and also their staff. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Wish you happy. Good afternoon, everybody. How do you do? We have people from Thailand, so sawadika. Kamsahamnida for the Koreans, for the Japanese. Domo konnichiwa from America. For those from France, merci beaucoup. For those from Korea, 감사합니다. For those from Malaysia, selamat petang. For those from Indonesia, selamat siang. And from Vietnam, and from Hong Kong. Anywhere else? Tutin City, think of one. Spanish. From Germany. From Brazil. Saudi. Thank you, everybody. Today, we had the Homa of hiking Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. And Avalokitesvara Kuan Yin Bodhisattva is extremely compassionate, and it's an emanation. And hiking Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva is different from the typical Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. He is an emanation of the 7 past Buddhas. So his mantra, and that's the mantra of the 7 Buddhas, the mantra of the 7 Buddhas. So therefore, her radiance is extremely brilliant and bright and omnipresent and with extremely incredible power. Therefore, by completing 1,000 recitation of hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra, you can eradicate all the grave transgressions. And there's this statement in the hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra that it can eradicate the suffering of life and death and to eliminate all sorts of harms, poisons. In this world, I regard the sufferings due to illnesses is worse. So therefore, I wish that High King Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva can eradicate our sufferings due to illnesses. And age is not separate from sicknesses. Once you grow old, then you will never be apart from illnesses. So that's actually aging. Once you age, then all kinds of illnesses will appear. So therefore, old age and illnesses are not separate. So I pray that High King Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva can also transform our suffering due to old age so that we become young, that the men are beautiful, are handsome and good looking, and the women are also beautiful and forthright. So please, High King Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, let us all be youthful. So it can eradicate the sufferings due to life and death. And the sufferings right before death is also terrifying. We typically forget the suffering due to birth. Actually, death is not suffering, but the moments right before death is very suffering. There's lots of suffering. So please eradicate the suffering at the moment right before death. So the first word in the ultimate truth taught by the Buddha is suffering. And because of suffering, you know to be serious and follow the footstep of the Buddha. So therefore, High King Avalokitesvara Sutra, by its 1,000 repetitions, not too much, just once every morning and once at night. Of course, you can chant more, you can recite more, but at least twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. Then you can eradicate the suffering of life and death and to eliminate all sorts of harms and poisons. So High King Avalokitesvara Sutra is extremely wonderful. And High King Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva once told me, if you have something urgent, you can chant Namo Gawang Kwansi In Jing or Namo High King Avalokitesvara Sutra. And you pray for help, and you will be helped. For critical moment, so you just recite the name of the sutra, Namo High King Avalokitesvara Sutra. Gawang Kwansi In Jing is the name in Chinese. But this sutra is highly controversial because this sutra was not spoken by the Buddha but was given in the dreams. Some people believe that it is a fake sutra. There was a venerable Lian Ci, Lian like lotus, and Ci like a pawn. From which era? Is it the Song dynasty or Qing dynasty? From the Ming dynasty. And this Venerable Lian Ci had the opinion that it is a fake sutra. But the Venerable Seng Yen of the modern day from Hua Gu San, or the mountain of the flower drum, there's no obstructions and no problems arise from chanting it. So Master Seng Yen, knowing that everybody is reciting the sutra, he said that you didn't experience any problems from chanting the sutra. So no problems is a good thing. So that was spoken by Master Seng Yen. And Master Jin Kong said he did not dare to criticize the Hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra. He just said, why don't you just recite the Universal Gate Sutra of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva? Because you're asking me if it is okay to recite the Hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra. He replied, why don't you just recite the Universal Gate Sutra of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva instead? He did not criticize Hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra. And Master Seng Yen from the Flower Drum Mountain also did not criticize it. And Grandmaster highly revere Hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra. Because when I just had my divine eye opened, the Venerable Si Huilin gave me my first sutra, and that was the Hiking Kuan Yin or Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. And I experienced spiritual responses by reciting it. I directly had the vision of the descent of Hiking Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. And many people experience spiritual responses by reciting the sutra. And for people in today's world is that they don't want long sutras, the shorter the better. And then the only sutra that would give you responses immediately after reciting it is this Hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra. And there's a shorter sutra, that's the Heart Sutra. The Heart Sutra is even shorter, but its meaning is deep and profound. Hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra is full of Buddha's names and Bodhisattva's names, none others. Just the epithets of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So you cannot defame it. You cannot slander it. So in the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra, Buddha is the innumerable Buddhas and the 10 billion Vajratresurs Buddhas. They're all included in it. And also the billions of the clear, cool treasure mountain bodhisattvas. And the clear, cool treasure mountain is the Mount Wutai in China. And there are billions of bodhisattvas there. And they all chanted. And the 8 great bodhisattvas, the Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, Manjushri Bodhisattva, Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, Maitreya Bodhisattva, Akasagarbha Bodhisattva, Vajrapani Bodhisattva, and Viskambin Bodhisattva. They are the 8 great bodhisattvas, are all included, and also including all the bodhisattvas and Buddhas. They're all included in it. By completing 1,000 repetitions, that all the heavy transgressions will be eliminated. As a human beings, just imagine how much transgressions we have made. Those who can be here today, and also those who cannot make it here, and also or those who can come but did not come, then they have breached the precept of undermining, so that they are able to come but they are not coming. Then they have made a transgressions. So that's a small transgressions, like lying. Usoma uresi. Do you understand it? So you're happy telling lies. So if you tell lies, then you also have made transgressions, whether it's good lies or bad lies. So in Japanese, they say that lies make people happy. Like every time I see a woman, I would always say that, oh, you're so beautiful. Actually, they're not that beautiful, but I still say it because she would be happy hearing that. But I have made the transgressions of lying. Just the common, they will say, you're very beautiful, but for the beautiful one, you say, wow, you have entered into my heart. You have stayed in my heart. So for any sentient beings in Jambudvipa, that with one thought and one action, that's a transgression. So with the hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra, you can eliminate all sorts of harms and negativities, and you can eradicate the suffering of life and death. So by completing 1,000 repetitions, that all grave transgressions and sins can be eradicated. So I find that hiking Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva has great affinity with myself. So when that Venerable gave me hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra, I memorized it really well. And from then on, and I also saw Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva who told me that at the crucial moment for urgent matters, you can just say Namo hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra 7 times. Namo hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra. By reciting 7 times the title of the sutra, your whole body will be crystal clear, transparent. And wherever you go, you will be safe and problem-free. That's, I was told by Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. So every one of you should recite this Namo Hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra. When I was in Japan, I also saw a Japanese version of Hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra. And this sutra already existed during the Tang Dynasty. Buddhism spread to China during the Qin Dynasty, the Sui Dynasty, and the Northern and Southern Dynasties, Tang Dynasty. Buddhism spread the most during that time. And Tantric Buddhism in Tang Dynasty was started by the 3 pioneers, Simbhaksarakunga, Amuga, and Vajrabodhi. And then during the Wei Dynasty and the Northern and Southern Dynasties, during the Emperor Liang's, there was a Bodhidharma who went to China, who transmitted the Zen Buddhism. Zen Buddhism started with Bodhidharma. So Wei, Jin, and Northern and Southern Dynasties. And then started with the Emperor of Liang about 1500 years ago. Buddhism had entered into China. And then the Southern Dynasties, who the affinity, the time has not come. So then Bodhidharma went to the Northern Dynasty of Wei and entered into the deep mountains behind the Shaolin Temple and was living in seclusion for 9 years. So Hiking Sutra, Hiking Avalokitesvara existed during the Tang Dynasty, a long time ago until now. And Grandmaster Lu made it widespread. Because during the Xixia or Tangut Kingdom era, this Tangut Kingdom or the Xixia was between the Tang and Song Dynasty. So between the Mount Helan and Mount Zilan, in between, that's the Tangut Kingdom, and everybody in that kingdom recited Hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra. Therefore, Genghis Khan attacked the Tangut Kingdom 9 times unsuccessfully. That was due to the protection and the power of the Hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra. Wow, it's 5:27 already. Last Saturday I said to lift the light drops to fly to the Mount Sumeru. This is the issue here. To lift the light drops to go to the Mount Sumeru. I explained it for so long, and someone told me that they still did not know how to do it. So for today, the typical Mahayana Buddhism don't practice the Qi channel and light drop or the prana, nadi and bindu, but Tantric Buddhism do practice them. And then we also practice to open the 5 chakras, the brow chakra, the throat chakra, the heart chakra, the navel chakra, and the secret chakra. these 5 chakras. How do you open these 5 chakras? Of course, by using the qi, the vital energy, or the prana, to open the central channel. And then to open all the channels all over the body. And you use the qi to make the light drops descend. And use the qi to ignite and make the inner fire rise. And then when it stays at the heart chakra, then you open the heart chakra. And you can see the light of the Buddha nature, a blue light. And that's the method in Tantric Buddhism to attain Buddhahood in this body, in this lifetime. However, this has to be accompanied by 5 kinds of Vajra fist exercises. And also, it has to be supplemented by lifting the light drops to fly to the Mount Sumeru. How to do it? How to open the 5 chakras? I will demonstrate it for you today. And one more thing. My sitting posture is very difficult for me to lie down flat on my tummy. As we age to the middle age or to the old age, that our abdomen would be slightly rounded. So it would be difficult for me to lie on my tummy, but I will show it to you regardless. Let us all we inviting everybody to please sit down. First, I would perform the 9 cycle Buddha breathing, and I need some cushion for my behind. Nine cycle Buddha breathing like this typically. I would perform the opening of the brow chakra. That was to open the brow chakra by beating it, but not too much that you break the skin. Now I will demonstrate how to open the heart and the throat chakra, the exercise. That was the Vajrafist exercise for opening the throat chakra. Now it's to open the heart chakra. That was to open the heart chakra. And you need to also add push-ups. 30 times of push-ups to open the heart chakra. And to open the navel chakra, so that was to open the navel chakra. You have to pronounce ha. – 14 times to the right and 14 times to the left to circle around the navel chakra. Now this is to open the secret chakra and the base chakra. That was to open the secret chakra and the base chakra. Now to open the heart chakra. And this is the movement of the whole body, the trembling of the whole body. That's the trembling of the whole body, and then jumping. Or bouncing. And now it's to lift the light drops to fly through Mount Sumeru. To the left and to the right twice, and to the top 10 times. Or you can crouch. Home, home. So twice to the left and right, and 10 times to the back or to the up. or if you sit, also 10 times. Short home and the long home, 2 pairs. Up and down 10 times. Left and right, twice each. And 10 homes up and down. So, can you do it now? Brow chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, navel chakra, secret chakra and base chakra. The higher you bounce, the better. Make the qi to flow to your face. And the qi is at the throat chakra. And when the qi reaches the heart chakra, then you perform the exercise for the heart chakra. And the great trembling of the whole body is either with standing or jumping. That's to make the qi to all the 5 chakras and all the minute areas. Okay, can you do it now? We are truly fortunate today to receive this instruction. So, His Holiness just taught us the Vajra exercises to open the 5 chakras. This is really rarely encountered. Thank you for your demonstration, Grand Master. We are truly fortunate to be able to witness real life this demonstration, which is really rarely encountered in our lifetimes. That's why you have to come every Saturday. Actually, the Vajra Fist Dharma exercise, as taught last week, most people are not clear about it. So that's why I demonstrated it myself to show to everybody. That was taught by my guru. It was an extremely difficult movement, but it can open your brow and to let the light drops descend. And it flows through the heart chakra to the throat chakra, to the heart chakra, to the navel chakra, and to the secret chakra. And also it can be lifted up, the 3 times of lifting, to lift the light drops along the spine all the way up to the brow again. After performing it for a period of time, then you would feel a good sensation, and your whole body will be free from pain and soreness. Many people have all kinds of pains. And there's this joke. A boss was interviewing for an employee, and he asked him, "How is your capability?" And he said, "Just 2 things that I cannot do." So he hired him, and he found out that he's not able to do anything. And I asked, "But didn't you say that there are just 2 things that you're not able to do?" "Yes, that I cannot do this and I cannot do that." So today in our Tantric Buddhist studies, you need to know how to do the Vajra fist exercise. To make the chi to reach all parts of your body, you need the great trembling of the whole body. To the forward and backward, left and right, and you do it ferociously. And you need to open your mouth, and you need to your breath, to exhale your breath, and you make your chi to reach all parts of your body. So this is the dispersion in Lamdre. It is to make the peripheral chi to reach all parts of the body. Any part that you feel pain or soreness, then you need to move the chi to that area. And if you do it several times, multiple times, then you would be fine. Then it would be alleviated. So you experience pain because there's blockage in the channels. If the channels are open and flowing smoothly, there would be no pain. You will not feel any pain. If you have any pain, that means the area is inflamed and the channels is blocked. And if you open the channels, and the chi can move smoothly, and the inner fire can move smoothly, and when the chi reach all parts of the body, then you would be very healthy. The most important part is to open the brow chakra, the throat chakra, the heart chakra, the navel chakra, and the secret chakra. In Lamdre, it mentioned about the main practice. You perform the practice of blessings, etc. Slightly tighten the yaksa's path. Fiercely suck the 2 middle fingers. Both eyes look up. Hold the light drops this way and say ha, ha, ferociously. And the body repeats this illusory wheel, and this can hold the light drops. So this is the method to hold the light drops. Slightly tighten the path of the yaksa. And what is the path of the yaksa? That's the anus. Lift the anus. Like tighten up your anus. Let go. Tighten, let go. Tighten, let go. Fiercely tighten the Yaksa's path, fiercely suck the 2 middle fingers. Ferociously suck in with 2 middle fingers in your mouth. And both eyes look up. That's the sun and the moon looking at the sky. And ferociously suck the 2 middle fingers and tighten the Yaksa's path. Is to lift up the light drops when it's about to be emitted. And then you hold it. And then you use the Vajrafist exercise to make the light drops return to the brow chakra. So that's the meaning of this excerpt today. The kite can fly because it is against the wind, right? And a person grows because of adversity. And a person gets into accident because they go against the direction of the traffic. That was taught by the Buddha. Doesn't matter how adverse it is, that you still have to abide by the precepts. The Buddha was truly strict and disciplined about precepts or the moral rules. We should not be negligent about the precepts, the moral ethics. There are many ordained monks from the Nyingma Pa. The Sangha members of the Nyingma Pa are very lax in precepts. That's why when Tsongkhapa was trying to revolutionize or rejuvenate Buddhism in Tibet, founded Gelugpa, which means the school with strict precepts. So it doesn't matter in what situation you are, you still have to abide by the precepts. You always have to do goods to avoid evils. It's very important. Whether things go your way or you're in adverse condition, you still have to abide by the precepts. So whether it is adverse or favorable, you still need to keep all the precepts. When the Buddha was about to enter parinirvana, he mentioned that please treat the precepts as your guru. So as disciples of the Buddha, you have to stress great importance on precepts, and by all means, please do not violate them. God asked the poet, what is success? And A replied, when you appreciate it. B said, when you have lots of wealth. C said, when you have fame. And D said, when you establish faith. And E said, when you have romantic love. A, B, C, D, E. F said, when you have raised good kids. And G said, when you have become president. And H said, when you have make your dream come true. And God smiles and said, you think too much. If you live well and you don't come to see me too soon, that would be success. Human life is no big deal. Human life is nothing. Whether you become really rich, only the pitiful people earn lots of money. Only the very pitiful people just tumbling in riches and wealth in order to earn lots of money. So many people are just tumbling all over in order to be elected, to become famous. That's the second kind of pity. Of course, there are lots of pitiful people. So wealth, sex, fame, they're all pitiful. The true success in the eyes of God is that now you've come to meet me. But for us, is that when we eventually or ultimately see the Buddha, if you never see the Buddha all your life, or if you don't see God all your life, then that's not success. Doesn't matter how much money you have, it will go away. Doesn't matter how high a position you have, you will fall. You will come down of it. And not to mention about beauty. In a flash of a moment, she would be an old lady. In a flash, everyone is old. So the world is no big deal. That's why I often say romantic love. Get out of it. This is that's supposed to be the sound of my heart that should not be spoken. However, you need to appreciate it while you're alive. When you die, everything's gone. Whether you die first or I die first, it's all gone. If your wife is still young and you die, maybe your wife is no longer yours. And if the wife dies first, and the husband is not necessarily yours either. That's how it is. Once you die, nothing exists. Everything is gone. That's why I said this. We say that as a military man, but it should not be spoken by a practitioner. So you should not imitate. It's best that you don't curse. Although it makes you feel good when you curse, you still should not. Let's ask a very simple question. Why the birds love to perch on a cable? They would like to line up, perching on a cable. Why? Because it is the era of science. that you only chat online, on the line. So today we are here. I'm not chatting with you. What I am talking about is a very serious and authentic Dharma. I did not have any money when I was young, but my my vision was good. That's why I married Sumu. And look at the rich people nowadays. They marry some very beautiful ladies. That's why it's called. It's not that the people with the right affinity become families, but it becomes the rich people become families. So today we have the affinity to study Buddhism here, that in the future we will go to the heavenly realms, to the Pure Lands, to have attainments. So that means that all the people with affinity with the Buddha become family. Now it's about winter vacation, winter holidays. How long is your winter holiday? The winter break? Till January 19th. So after the winter break, back to school. So telling the school that you get the person but not the heart. You know, when the school reopens, you have to go to school, but I don't like to go to school. I still feel threatened by it, because even in my dreams, I still dream of taking tests. And I would be totally anxious about it. And then when I woke up, good thing it was just a dream. So I started school at 6 until 24 when I graduated from college. Talking about liking. I like you for a very long time already. I've waited for you for a long time too. Now I want to leave you now, and longer than long. That when love happens, don't be too happy about it, because when you go separate, then it would be even longer. Although saying that earning money amidst all the riches are pitiful, but actually every one of us is pitiful. In any case, you should still make time to study Buddha Dharma. Then you will not be pitiful. Otherwise, you would become like this. An employee told his boss, you have to give me a raise. There are 4 other companies trying to recruit me. So you have to give me a raise. And the boss asked, which 4 companies? And the employee replied, the electric power company, the cell phone company, and the gas company, and the collection company. Sometimes I'm really in bondage in the world because like you have to earn money to live or to take care of your family, your parents or your children or your grandparents. You have to do it. So therefore in human world there are lots of difficulties. So in our Buddhist studies, other than your duties and responsibilities, you have to make time for Buddha Dharma, for you to practice and train in the Tantric Dharma. Then that would be perfect. If you're an ordained monk or nun, and toward fame, benefit, and sex, then please do not come across them so lightly. You want to be conscientious and be very careful about it to maintain your role as a monk or nun. You have to abide by the precepts. You have to keep the precepts. So the ordained Sangha member, you have to make Buddha Dharma as the center of your life even more so. Thank you very much, everybody.